Okay guys, so now we are going to correct the exam number, the practice exam number 2. As you can see, it's the practice exam of spring 2016. It doesn't matter. So in this practice exam, first problem. So I'm going to change and I'm going to write that in blue for once. So question number 1. The question number 1 is, for the complex number, state the real part and imaginary part and identify the number as real pure or non-complex or non-real complex. Okay, so if I look at the number, I got -7 minus 2i. And I know that a complex number is written, so I'm going to write complex number can be written as a plus bi. A is the real part, and A is supposed to be the real part, and B is supposed to be the imaginary part. So when I compare A plus bi with -7 minus 2i, I can easily say that A equal -2 and B equal A equal -7. See, I'm not focused, so I'm going to go back. A equal -7 and B equal -2. And the only answer where you had the real part was -7 and imaginary part was -2 was the answer A. So that was the answer A. Write the expression in the standard form. Do not use the calculator. So I'm going to go back to, let's see if I can change the shade. No, I think I'm good. So I'm going to go back to something maybe tinier. Yeah, much better. So if I look at the problem number 2, we're having 7 minus 3i divided by I. And I want to transform that into the form A plus bi. For that, I'm going to multiply 7 minus 3i top and bottom by I. And by doing so, I end up to have, using my parentheses, 7i minus 3i squared divided by I squared. I know that I squared equals -1. So I end up to have 7i plus 3 divided by -1, which means -3, -7i. And when you compare -3, -7i, -3, -7i, the answer was supposed to be B. Problem number 3. On the problem number 3, it's all about write the number in a simple form without a negative radicand. So we're having the 8 plus the square root of -49. You know that when you have the square root of -5, by example, this is an example, we end up to have square root of -1 multiplied by square root of 5. I know that square root of -1 equal I, so I end up to have square root of -5 equal I square root of 5. Well, in our case, I'm going to have 8 plus I square root of 49. And square root of 49 is 7, so I end up to have 8 plus I7, but most of the time we are going to present that as 8 plus 7i. And when you compare, the answer was supposed to be D. Problem number 4. On the problem number 4, we perform the indicated operation. And so we got, on the problem number 4, we get square root of negative 200 divided by square root of 8. Well, first of all, square root of negative 200 is square root of negative 1 times square root of 200 divided by square root of 8, which is I square root of 200 divided by square root of 8. What is square root of 200? Well, first of all, what is square root of 8? Square root of 8, it is square root of 2 cubed, which is square root of 2 square multiplied by 2, which corresponds to square root of 2 square plus multiply by square root of 2, and I end up to have 2 square root of 2. Now let's take a look at square root of 200. Square root of 200, it is square root of 2 multiplied by 100, which is square root of 2 multiplied by square root of 100, which is 10 square root of 2. So I end up to have, at the end of the day, I 10 times square root of 2 divided by 2 times square root of 2. Square root of 2 cancel out. 10 divided by 2 equals 5. So the answer is going to be 5i. Okay, number 4, the answer is supposed to be 5i. And the answer was C. Okay, now I continue my work by trying to be on the problem number 5. On the problem number 5, what do we have? On the problem number 5, oops, let me change. Problem number 5, we have to deal with the expression 5 plus 6i minus negative 7 plus i. Well, first of all, I want to get rid of the parentheses. Pretty easy to get rid of the first parenthesis. So I end up to have 5 plus 6i, nothing changed. But when I want to get rid of the second parenthesis right here, I need to distribute my negative 1 and end up to have plus 7 minus i. And now I can combine like term, 5 plus 7 plus 6i minus i, and I end up to have a 12 plus 5i. And if you look at the answer 12 plus 5i, we have that on the answer D. Problem number 6. On the problem number 6, it's all about write the quadratic function in the form y equal ax minus h squared plus k. So I'm looking for transforming the f of x equal x squared plus 6x minus 4 plus 6x minus 4 into something looking like y equal a times x minus h squared plus k. Okay, so one of the first thing I like to do is I'm going to put a plus right there. It doesn't change because plus by minus will still be minus. But I like to do that because this f of x looks like a ax squared plus bx plus c. In that case, a equal 1, b equals 6, c equal negative 4. And that is important in order for us to express the value of a, h, and k to be able to solve this question number 6. So I would like to remind you that the h is equal to minus b over 2a. So in that case, h, in our case, h equal minus b over 2a. Let me erase this one right there. And so h is going to be equal to minus 6 over 2 times 1, which is going to be negative 3. So when I look at the expression, y equal a times x minus h square plus k. I realize that I should have, because a equal 1 and h equal -3, right now, so far, I'm supposed to have y equal 1 multiplied by x minus -3 square plus k, which is x plus 3 square plus k. Okay, so let's take a look at the value of the answer at the multi-choice. As I can see, I see a equal a, I have x plus 6, d, I have x plus 6. So for sure, I have to have an answer between b and c. And the answer for the question 6 was b, because when you are calculating k, and I encourage you to look at the expression of k on your note. When I look at the expression of k, you are going to have k equal -13. All right. So now let's take a look at the question number 7. So question number 7. On the question number 7, what do we have? On the question number 7, we have the function f of x equal x, f of x equal x minus 7 square. And I realize that looks like f of x equal a times x minus h square plus k. And I know that the vertex is supposed to be hk. In that case, I'm having, let's change, I like the purple, k equals 0 and h equals 7. So I'm supposed to find a vertex equal 7, 0. For the question 7, the answer was D. All right, so the answer was D. Okay, let's take a look at the expression P of x for number 8. Question number 8. Let me do the question number 8 on the side right there. Question number 8. On the question number 8, what do we have? P of x equal 9x squared minus 180x plus 905. 9x squared, P of x equal 9x squared plus 108 minus 180 minus 180 minus 180 x plus 105 plus 905 plus 905, and we have to find the vertex. Well, to find the vertex, I know the expression of h. H is supposed to be equal to minus b over 2a. So if I calculate h, I'm going to have, knowing that, first of all, I'm going to put a plus right here. Like this, it matches the expression a p of x equal ax squared plus bx plus c. There is no doubt in my mind now that a equal 9, b equal minus 180, and c equal 905. And now I can calculate h. H is going to be equal to minus b, which is minus 180, divided by 2a, which is divided by 2 by 9, which is 180 minus by minus equal plus divided by 18, and the answer is going to be D. The answer is going to be 10. So when I look at the multi-choice answer, I need to find h equal 10. So basically, I need to have a choose between A and C. Okay? And on the problem 8, when I calculate k, and again, I do that in purpose, I'll let you look at the expression of value of k, and you would have find k equal 5. And so, obviously, you are going to have